All right, we're gonna go right along here because it's about time I bring myself live to these streams and also to this YouTube account I have since been doing my drawings for a while, and I've been bringing them on to you viewers, but I haven't got anything done drawn today, and all the videos I put up, they're not live, they're just previous videos I've been doing for you viewers out there. Now, I'm going to talk about some things here. The first order of business I'm going to talk about is basically AutoCAD. Now, yesterday, I had a chance to look at a newer version of AutoCAD, and I have to tell you, it's mainly very different from the one that I normally have. Because AutoCAD 2000, that's an old program. And I said in previous videos that the AutoCAD program has been made since, I think, about 1995, 96. So, and they've made newer versions, and they've been adding a lot of versions, a lot of things to the AutoCAD program. I think this is due to the number of architects, number of engineers, and number of construction people in the construction industry that have been asking for newer versions for what they can put into the versions of AutoCAD, what they can add to AutoCAD. So that's the main thing as to why Autodesk is constantly updating the program. And I think they've done it again with AutoCAD 2024. Now that's very, very expensive to get. Looking at the spend, if you're a single drawer or designer, you're looking to spend about, I think, over $2,000 to $3,000 for the program. But if you have a big, medium-sized, large drafting business, probably looking at about spend $10,000 on the program with everything added on to it. So yeah, that right there. But people can still get off by piracy and stealing. Piracy are basically running a program, because most times Autodesk has AutoCAD program, which you can try out for 30 days, and that's about it. Then you have to, after that 30 days, you have to register the program. I think they do this to prevent theft, because there are a lot of hackers out there that end up hacking the program and trying to get it for free. And Autodesk has been losing a whole lot of money from hackers trying to get the programs for free. And they usually put a stop to it by either asking for the registration number, or if you try to override it, the company usually asks for the computer, and they shut down either the program or the whole computer system themselves, just to prevent this piracy from happening. Because I think it takes them a lot of time and a lot of research to add some stuff to this program. It's a lot of time and probably a lot of money too. And the last thing I think they want is to have their programs stolen, because it costs money, and it costs them thousands, millions of dollars that they can easily make in paying their employees, giving them raises or promoting them. I mean, something like this, you have to backtrack and they have to really spend a lot of time doing that. And as they say in business, time is money. And the money they can probably get back, but time itself, once lost, you cannot get it back. So it's pretty much of a problem in itself. And most hackers, I would say, they should be more careful when it comes to trying to get these programs for free. Because not only will they shut down, they can trace the number, IP, or should I say some sort of number of your computer or your internet service, and they'll eventually come out and maybe send some that will either sue them with a lawsuit, or they'll come and get the police to arrest these hackers. Because hacking, I would say, is a form of theft. Theft is a big problem, I would say, not just for retail, but for also these businesses too that make these, spend a lot of money and time researching these programs, finding out what designers want and the architects that behind them, what they want. So that's a problem in itself right there. Okay, we're past almost to close to the 7-minute mark here. Now, another thing I want to discuss that I've been thinking about is this whole notion of Black architects. Now, I know I'm a little late with this. Black History Month was about a month ago, and this is March, and they're now talking about women architects. But what I'm seeing is not just the women architects, but mostly the lack of architects that are Black and brown, but mostly Black women, female architects. And there are some, but they never really get any attention, either through the Black male architects. They never get any attention, or either that or the numbers of Black people in the architecture profession. The numbers are very, very low. And that reveals a lot as to where this is going. The profession itself is headed. So it's, yeah, that is a problem in itself. And I look at the AIA website, and hardly any Black architects presented in there, or even Black civil engineers represented in there. They're mostly white males and white females that are there. But there is this one organization that I see that's in there. That's NOMA, NOMA. It's I think it's a national something minor organization of minority architects, which this was not just Black architects, but most Black non-white architects that are, say, Asian, Hispanic, and I would say mostly South Asian or Southeast Asian or so. But because, I mean, think about this, in the whole US, they are underrepresented. And they're underrepresented here in Canada as well. So I know something's got to change, but still, they're not able to get their foot in the door when it comes to applying for architecture jobs with these architecture firms. They're not able to get their foot in the door, and if they do get hired, they end up not advancing or progressing, and not even, say, being able to get promoted, or they're not able to sign on to big jobs that will help them get promoted or help them prosper in their architecture careers, let alone the whole construction industry. Because, I mean, the numbers are there. I mean, numbers are very, very small when it comes to Black architects, a lack of Black architects, or representative Black architects. That's what I should say. Okay, we're past the 10-minute mark here. Now, I want to get to this here. The last thing I'm going to probably here discuss about this main construction industry is this whole program of, let's see, what can I discuss here? Okay. I talk about black architects and that, and their numbers, how the numbers are very, very small. Now, I'm going to see if I can get into this, discuss this here. All right, if I can get this here. All right, they're going to talk a little bit about, let's see, designing. That's it, graphic designing. Now, I think I made a video about lack of black graphic designers, and I'll just delve into a little bit more here. So I got spoken about black architects, the lack of black architects. I have to say there's also a lack of black graphic designers as well. So if you look at the stats and the numbers are not very encouraging. The numbers are pretty small. They're underrepresented once again, black graphic designers over, and black, just like black architects are underrepresented. So I mean, I think probably has to do with the racial discrimination that they're dealing with. And I would say that even though they get in, are able to do the jobs, they get so frustrated with the profession, graphic design profession, just like the black architecture profession that I've been discussed previously in this video. They're not getting their foot in the doors at all, or able to get their foot in the door. Maybe due to the lack of opportunities, or they get frustrated, they quit the profession altogether. So that has to change in graphic design and the whole basically construction industry. Oh, we do. We got some here. Okay, I agree. This guy here, string account. I agree. We do need more black architects and graphic designers. What I think is the cause of this? Well, I would say the whole cause of this has got to be a lot of racism in the profession, and from these I don't know, these graphic designer owners who happen to be white males, but mostly white males that are dominating this profession in a way, and white females to an extent, because they get all the big good jobs, contracting jobs, construction jobs, and they're in charge of the decision making as to who gets hired and which jobs they get to do. So I don't know, a lot of black contractors, black architects are left out. Black graphic designers are left out in the cold in that sense. And you go against the likes of a white candidate, a white graphic designer and architect, who would say will get the good jobs. They'll probably get good jobs despite having less education and less experience. I don't mean to sound controversial, but that is the real truth. And I would say the root cause of this, I don't want to say this on this live stream, but I gotta come out and say the truth. A lot of racism and a lot of white supremacy going on in the profession. But it's not just the architecture, construction industries. There's a lot of a whole lot of sectors, whether it's like say medicine, law, engineering, or even basically business, like say accounting and marketing and finance. So I would say the root cause of this would be racism and white supremacy in a way. But that calls for another video in itself. But yeah, I don't want to go into that, but that's the thing I have to say. Okay, I think I answered this viewer's question. Okay. All right. So let me just go on here into something else. All right. But, oh, wow. Okay. Thanks. Thanks. All right. Good morning to you, man. Okay. Whoever's watching me, where are you in Canada? If you're out of Canada, where are you? Which country are you from? So that's the thing. Okay, we're going to roll on to something else here. What can I say here? Now, I would say that most black architects and graphic designers would really be able to get into the profession if they can get in their foot in the door and do a few jobs for most of these companies, then save the money, branch out on their own with their own businesses, and then they get to select the jobs they want to do and the work they want to do, and hire them on themselves, hire people that are in their communities and themselves in their countries. Because I mean, a lot of communities and countries, whether communities, you're black man or woman, depending on the community you're in and the country you're in, they need a lot of work in rebuilding. So, oh, he thanks me for my answer. And thank you very much. I appreciate the feedback of my drawings. And I'll try and see if I can get some more drawings on this channel or account. I call it an account because I don't have enough, I don't really have enough subscribers. Just have to get a maximum number of subscribers before I call this an official channel. So for now, this is just something I'm doing on the side as a hobby of some sort. Well, okay. You guys name something that I can discuss. Name a topic that I can discuss here. Anything you want to talk about that's related to architecture or the whole construction industry or graphic designing industry, just let me know. Okay. And basically get those likes up. That's the main thing. That's the important thing. Get the likes up. All right. Ran a string account. Okay. He thanks my answer for that. That's a good thing. Gotta find, okay. Okay. But yeah. The whole construction industry is somewhat racist in a way. Because you got all these companies that regulate and oftentimes sometimes monopolize the whole industry, in which most black architects that own and run their own businesses and companies, they can't get a piece of the pie. they're not able to get in their foot in the door and get all these jobs that will help them make money or finance their businesses. So it's pretty much regulated and pretty much, I would say, I wouldn't say rigged in a way, but it is rigged in a way. So yeah, it's very frustrating to deal with in a way. And of course, I will talk about this in the future, more of this in the future, because you got to look at it this way. You're not only dealing with companies, because most Black architects and graphic designers, they have small businesses, medium-sized businesses. They just have to try and get some sort of money, contracts from these big corporations that are owned and run by whites in a way. So I'll talk about that in the future. I'll do a live stream in the future for that. But for now, I will end this live stream. And thank you. Good night.